Some crazy data just got released that nearly half of America's economy is being completely propped up by just the richest 10%. Honestly, this is a little bit scary, but it also explains why the economy feels so broken right now. New data released by the Federal Reserve was analyzed by Moody's, and they said that 49.2% of all consumer spending inside the United States is done by those in the top 10% of wage earners or making over $175,000 a year. Here are my 3 takeaways from this, and I'll tell you at the end what I would do with this information. First, today's economy is favoring the investors unlike ever before. The Fed just met and honestly kind of hinted that we're nearing stagflation. Inflation is continuing to be an issue, while simultaneously unemployment rates are ticking up, and for the bottom 90%, it's getting harder and harder to find jobs. That parallel is going to favor the investors because what happens is if your money can be in assets, those assets are going to grow proportionally higher, and we're seeing that in almost every single market. Stock market's at all-time highs, Bitcoin's at all-time highs, real estate's at all-time highs. And so when people have money inside of markets, their wealth is growing exponentially faster, and so they're able to have more discretionary spending to spend on consumer goods. That's a really fancy way of saying the rich are getting richer because their money's actually invested in assets. Point number 2 that I take from this, the bottom 90% do not have nearly as much discretionary income as they have had in years past. So if you're feeling that, you're not alone. People do not go bankrupt during bad times. They go bankrupt during good times because they take on too much debt and increase their spending when times are good, and they're unable to decrease that debt or lifestyle during bad times. You need to make sure that's not you. Don't allow the last couple years of prosperity to increase your lifestyle and debt to a point where if we do head towards a recession, that you're in trouble. Be smart in that, get your spending under control, and try to get as much discretionary income as you possibly can. And point number 3, there's this amazing opportunity with AI technology in an information age that allows you to increase your earning potential, honestly, like never before. You can become a millionaire in almost any profession. Surround yourself with the best in your industry, put time into actually educating yourself, and do everything you can to get into that top 10, 20, 30% so you can start investing and growing with that inflation. Do I think a recession is coming next month? No, but I do think this is some data that we should be looking at, and you should do everything in your power to try to make sure you're not part of the statistic. If you're looking for more ways to grow your net worth, follow me.